So, Magic Johnson wants to do a 10-part documentary series about his life and career. The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan put his hard work into that documentary. For decades, people thought Michael Jordan was a nice guy because in the commercials, I want to be like Mike. If I can be like Mike, then like my commercials, other commercials, the media portray him as innocent. He's always wearing a tuxedo, clean shave, bald head. He comes out all nice and fake and corny with his corny jokes and his corny laugh. He never talked about anything controversial. He never said anything about racism. Um, so he made a documentary. He said, "Well, I'm gonna prove people wrong." People kept saying he's too nice, but he was never really nice. The media portrayed him as a nice guy. This guy did drugs. He was cussing. He was beating up people, fighting people, slapping people. The media portrayed Michael Jordan as this nice guy, which he was not. And he wanted people to see him as okay, I'm not just Clark Kent. There's two different sides. There's Clark Kent. There's Superman. Clark Kent is in disguise. He doesn't want people to know who he really is. That he pretends to be weak, wimpy, a loser, a loner, awkward around women and people. But in disguise, he's really confident, manly, hardworking, going heroic, going out there saving people from danger. So, even though Clark Kent is the a beta male, he's weak. He's not really weak. He's pretending to be weak. And Superman is the confident, self-confident guy who can do anything he wants if he puts his mind to it. So same thing as like Michael Jordan. We saw two different sides in the documentary. We saw him cussing. He even cussed in the documentary. He says he's selfish. He was kind of bullying his teammates because he wanted his teammates to work hard because he knows that with hard work, if a guy works hard enough, he will win. Magic Johnson saw the 10-part documentary. Everybody was talking about it. Stephen A. Smith was talking about it. Everybody in the whole world was talking about this documentary. Estimated over almost 7 million people saw the documentary each week. That's a lot of people. And then I think the stock market, the Nike stock market went up. When they saw the documentary, everybody was talking about it. Every minute there was people talking about Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson got jealous. So now it's coming out next year, 2021, he's going to do a documentary. How many parts, I do not know. But I think he wants to do a 10-part documentary. And it's going to go through his whole life, his upbringing, his parents, his life, his family life, his life, the NBA team's life, his point of view, his point of view, how he feels about his teammates, how the teammates feel about him. He's going to invite a lot of celebrities to talk about him too. So it's going to be really pretty good. And it might be just as good as The Last Dance because we got to learn a lot about Michael Jordan's life. He kept private for decades. This was something that he wanted to do. Michael Jordan didn't have to do this. He made it himself. He got to choose the footage that he wanted to use for the documentary, and it was good, entertaining. I watch it every day. That's how good it is. The 10-part. So it would be cool to see Magic Johnson do a 10-part documentary about his life. Him, how his wife talks about his age, his kids, his family, his friends, the NBA stars he played with in the 80s and 90s. To see how their feelings about it. And then I would also like to see how he overcame AIDS and how he dealt with AIDS and how his family thought about him AIDS and how his how Michael Jordan thought about it, how he felt about him having AIDS. So I think it's going to be just as good as The Last Dance documentary if this documentary comes out. Mr. J here, peace.